Good afternoon, Your Excellencies, entrepreneurs, ladies and gentlemen across Africa and the world. Welcome to the 2021 Pitch AgriHack competition finale. My name is Bonolo Munte and I'm the co-founder and managing director of Malmo Craft. We are an agri-food startup in Botswana. It's my honor to be your MC today for this inspiring event. This year, this event is sponsored by Heifer International, together with Generation Africa and AGRF. The Pitch AgriHack competition is designed to find Africa's most innovative and inspiring youth agri-tech entrepreneurs, especially those designing solutions for and with smallholder farmers. In the next 45 minutes or so, you will have the opportunity to watch our top 12 do their pitches in each of the 3 prize categories. Number 1, early stage. Number 2, mature stage. And number 3, women-led businesses. In each of these 3 categories, the winners will receive $10,000. The runners-up will each receive $5,000, and all 12 finalists have now already joined the great and growing Generation Africa family that I myself joined a few years ago. Today's top 12 finalists rose to the top from nearly 600 applications received from agri-tech innovators from 42 African countries. To me, as a fellow entrepreneur, this is super impressive, especially because of the devastating challenges we've had and we've all had to face this past 2 years, where we've had to pivot our businesses and our whole lives to cope with COVID-19. While it has been challenging for everyone across the world during the pandemic, we are also inspired and proud of you of how Africa's young agri-tech entrepreneurs have continued to innovate and shine. Congratulations to you all. Whether you made it to the finals here this year or not quite yet, you are really the future of farming and of food. Now, back in 2019, I was one of the top grand prize winners of Generation Africa's Go-Getters Agripreneur Prize. Now, let me tell you, just like the top 12 finalists of Pitch AgriHack, who you'll be listening to shortly, I went through some intense pitch training before the final competition. Back in 2019, of course, we were able to travel and pitch in person in Ghana at the AGRF Summit. What a wonderful experience it was. In the top 12 pitches, each competitor had to follow very strict rules. 3 minutes to pitch and 3 minutes of questions from our 6 judges. So let me tell you what will happen in our Pitch AgriHack program here today. First, we'll present the highlights of the 12 final pitches along with a selection of questions from our judges. Time doesn't permit us to broadcast all the pitches and full questions here at the AGRF this afternoon, but you can catch it later online if you go to our website, www.genafrica.org. Okay, the time has arrived. Let's take a look at the highlights of our top 12 pitches from finalists for 2021. But before they get started, let me be sure to tell you some of the questions the judges will be asking them as they score to choose this year's winners. The questions are: how real is the need? What problem does the solution solve? How unique is the solution? Does the team demonstrate an ability to execute? What is the market opportunity? Okay, well, so no pressure. Top 12, let's go. First up, let me welcome Ore Alamede of Growing Agric in Kenya.
So GrowAgric basically does 2 core things for farmers here in Kenya. The first thing is that we provide our farmers with working capital, the working capital they need to scale, meet buyers' demand, and deliver profitability for themselves. We provide this working capital in the form of assets rather than cash. The second thing that we do is that we connect our farmers to ready market who are willing to buy their produce at competitive prices. So for the simple and affordable working capital, we have faster turnaround time compared to traditional financiers. Each farmer that works with us actually makes an average of $750 increase in revenue per year. And the way we make money is that we share the margins with the farmers at the end of the farming cycle. And by connecting our farmers also to bulk buyers, we're able to aggregate their demands and actually get better prices for them. So the problem we're solving is not unique to Kenya at all. It's all over Africa. So we believe we have a good opportunity to scale. We currently finance farmers in and around Nairobi, and we've actually built a wait list of 300 farmers who need about 470,000 in finance. We hope that with the funds that we would be getting, we'll be able to expand beyond just around Nairobi and actually improve our operations by having more field officers and more field agents who would provide trainings to our farmers and actually support us on the journey. And it's been a pleasure to tell you more about GroAgric, and I look forward to hearing your feedback as well as your questions. Thank you.
Thank you for your presentation and your time. I would like you to talk to us about the technology, just, what's the technology driving this business model? If you could share that with us. Thank you.
Yeah, absolutely. So when a farmer wants to come on board, because we get most of our farmers through aggregators, because we believe aggregators have historic record of financing about farmers. Once the aggregators provide us with the access to the farmers, we get in touch with the farmers, and the farmers come on board and register on our platform. So they fill a basic questionnaire that asks them, how much do you need? What do you do? And based on the answers to those questions, certain farmers are actually filtered through. And that's when the field officers then goes to the field with additional questionnaires to record the videos and everything that needs to happen. Once the farmer goes through the process and they've actually come on board, they then get access to the platform at the back end where they can, access the training. They can see their basically financing track with us. So to tell you, your first input is due, your vaccination is due. So it kind of guides the customer, the farmer actually through the journey. So the farmer is able to see and put in their records that sits behind. We've tried to make this really easy. We're currently working to have a USSD version for farmers that are not, they don't have the typical kind of digital phones. So that's what sits behind what we do.
Great, Ore. Now let me welcome Dorcas Asiemwe of Farm Kiosk in Uganda.
Farm Kiosk is an agribusiness social enterprise that is using a web portal and a mobile app as the main service channels to get to our target clients. Our team is working around creating innovative solutions to transform the livelihoods of smallholder farmers across Uganda. Youth unemployment and women underemployment is on a rise, with over 600,000 young people graduating into the labor market annually. On the other hand, as a country, we are naturally endowed that 80% of our land is arable, but only 20% is being utilized. Yet, 85% of our households depend on agriculture to earn a living. Ladies and gentlemen, Farm Kiosk is here to bridge all these converging statistics by linking young people that want to join agriculture but do not have land to the owners of this unutilized land, as well as other value chain actors in the sector to help them embrace and adopt climate-smart farming approaches in order to produce better quality agricultural produce and in the long run, create employment opportunities for young people.
Thank you and congratulations, Dorcas, for your presentation. I have a question for you. As you know, Pitch AgriHack is a digital competition. That is valuing digital innovation. So can you tell me what is the value proposition of your digital platform compared to maybe other platforms that exist that aim at doing the same kind of service? And maybe a quick one as well. How do you plan to integrate the 12 local languages as you are talking about? And in which time frame? Thank you.
Okay, thank you so much. I'll start with our value proposition. Farm Kiosk focuses on mainly 4 things. 1, reliability. Once you are using the Farm Kiosk platform, you are assured, not today we are going to be able to deliver on our promise, but all the time, consistency and reliability. 2, traceability. Once we deliver produce to you, and for example, maybe the maize that we brought to you is infected with aflatoxins, can we trace back to these farmers and see how we are going to help them so that they are able to solve that problem and get back to you maybe next time? And 3, inclusion. once you can speak a certain language and you are comfortable in that language, you can still use the FarmKisk app, not just English, but other local languages. We are also planning to integrate Kiswahili. And then by the end of 2021, we hope that we shall have integrated the 12 local languages in our system.
Great, Dorcas, thank you. Now we have Gladys Amiadamen of Farm Crowdy Limited in Nigeria.
Thank you very much. Nigeria has a growing population of 200 million people. It has been estimated that this figure will double in 2050. Nigeria currently has a huge food deficit problem. The cause of this problem can be summarized in 4 pain points of smallholder farmers. These are access to finance, access to viable input, access to good agronomic practices, and access to superior market. Farm Crowdy as an agri-tech company has introduced structure to the agri-sector and provided solutions that addresses these problems mentioned using a proprietary technology called the FarmGate. With the funding solutions we provided, we've been able to raise 3 million chickens, provided funding of over $15 million to smallholder farmers, and cultivated over 17,000 hectares of farmland. The farmers we have engaged have increased their yields by 60%. We are now addressing all these problems of smallholder farmers earlier presented. In addition to the funding, which is now provided by government agencies and DFIs, farmers now buy input at discounted prices. They get affordable microinsurance scheme, receive GAP through us. They are also able to sell their commodities to superior market locally and internationally. We have grown from working with 55,000 to over 400,000 value chain food participants within the year, and we're still growing. Thank you for your time.
Thank you very much for the pitch, and congratulations having reached this stage. So my first question is to understand your growth plan. As you plan to enter new territories, you mentioned of East Africa, and currently, did I hear you well that you have a footprint in Rwanda?
Yes, we do.
So I just want to understand what your strategy for penetrating a country. What do you put into consideration when you're entering a specific new market?
Currently, we're already running our operations in Rwanda. We are at this moment working with smallholder farmers and especially agro traders. We're going to be expanding on reaching out to the farmers. We know there are already footprints of indigenous organizations who are working directly with farmers. We're going to be collaborating with them to reach out to the farmers network. But for now, we're working with the agro traders because in Africa, we know we have similar products that can be exported across Africa. So the agro traders will be able to reach out to the indigenous farmers in Rwanda, and we will have access to them. Over time in our collaboration, we'll be able to work directly with these farmers using our proprietary technology.
Well done, Gladys. Up next is Daniela Gonzalez of Finvex.tech from South Africa.
My uncle is a farmer. He supplies meat to a large supermarket chain. He often has to wait 60 and sometimes 90 days or longer to receive payments. He has to pay staff. He has to buy supplies. How can he grow his business with these terms? That's where Finvex steps in. Finvex has an automated platform that allows big corporate buyers to offer early payments to all suppliers within their supply chain. With Finvex, smallholder farmers can access cash whenever they need it. What's more, that funding typically comes at a much lower cost. Think 5 times cheaper. How? The big corporate essentially advances its better credit rating to its suppliers. With Finvex, the cost that the corporate can get funding is now the cost that the supplier can get funding. Suppliers can log onto our platform or mobile app and automatically receive payments on all their approved invoices in just a few clicks. Our technology is scalable. Finvex integrates with the corporate's ERP or accounting system. Currently, we process 41,000 invoices a day. We have provided over $30 million of working capital to more than 4,000 small suppliers and farmers. And we're just touching the surface. Join us in giving farmers and small suppliers the cash flow freedom they need to grow. Thank you.
Danielle, I was wondering about, when you speak about your clients,
Yes.
and the fact that our focus really is on the smallholder farmers.
Yeah.
So I wanted you to maybe speak a bit to your business model. Is your focus on your clients and solving their problem, or is it creating an impact for the smallholder farmers, and how?
What we actually do in our business model is we are financing the corporate's accounts payable. So these are the invoices or the money that it needs to pay to its suppliers. Whereas in traditional financing or factoring, they are financing the receivables of the small supplier. Because we are looking at this corporate, our funders receive the money back directly from the corporate and not the small supplier. The risk is much, much lower. And because this risk is so much lower, we can then offer better financing rates to these small suppliers. In essence, you can think of it as the corporate buyer is almost lending its better credit rating, its rate that it can access funds from a financier to its suppliers. It is a small difference, but it makes actually a big difference in the end.
Great job, Daniela. Thank you. Next up is Nomalisa Mosasiwa of Fresh in a Box in Zimbabwe.
Fresh in a Box is actually a technology company that happens to grow, sell, and produce its own produce, delivering it straight to people's homes. We are creating an economy that will have the consumer not only spending, but earning. You see, we have 70% of our farmers in our grower skip schedule, dropping off after the first harvest and then sporadically coming back with unplanned produce. They struggle with capital or financing for them to actually be able to consistently grow quality produce for us. Another gap in the market was that we have a significant block of diaspora nationals that want to invest in projects back home, and they are unable to do so and are looking for somewhere to have investment so that their returns can be part of their retirement plan. So we have created a crowdfunding investment platform to marry these two groups. Our technology is built on the Stellar blockchain technology. It allows for us to be able to have transactions move seamlessly without altering and reduce fraudulent transactions, as well as make sure that we don't have transaction charge losses when we move money within our ecosystem. We believe that this technology is going to help the 2,855 farmers that we have in our network, in the sense that we will see a significant rise in their earning capacity. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Monaliso. I just wanted to understand the application further. What are you trying to resolve in the, because I from your statement, there are quite a number of issues that you have spoken about, but what are you trying to resolve and help? How are you trying to resolve and help smallholder farmers in using your technology?
Okay, so we are trying to resolve the lack of financing for smallholder farmers who can't access really financing from banking institutions, using free funds from investors who are diaspora nationals. So our app brings these two groups together with other people that participate within the agriculture value chain. That's what we are trying to resolve.
So basically you are looking at working with other partners to bring them in for the benefit of smallholder farmers. That's what I'm hearing from you.
Yes, that's what we are trying to do. So the investors will come in with the capital because they have free funds. And the farmers who need the free funds then use up these funds to have a consistent growing schedule and therefore be able to produce for the rest of our value chain, where we supply wholesale and retail producers and retailers.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you, Nomalisa. Very interesting. Now, Mohammed Johnson of J Palm in Liberia, it's your turn to pitch.
I'm going to start with a question. So what comes to your mind when you think of palm oil? Globally, palm oil is associated with deforestation, destruction of animal habitats, and land grabbing. But in Liberia and across West Africa, we have a different experience. There's a variety of oil palm that grows naturally in the wild without anyone really having to plant. Unfortunately, while smallholders in this region produce what is arguably the most organic palm oil in the world, they are often bypassed by global supply chains for several reasons. One is that smallholder farmers in Liberia don't have access to processing technology. They have to use their bare hands to squeeze out the palm oil. And this results in about 50% post-harvest loss. Secondly, smallholders don't have access to the kinds of certifications needed to tap into international markets. We set up simple machines in rural areas that enable smallholder farmers to produce their oils much more efficiently. Instead of 8 hours, a farmer can now spend 30 minutes processing the same batch of palm fruit while doubling their yields. Additionally, we are currently in the process now of applying for organic certification for US and EU markets for smallholder farmers. And we are building all of this on top of a blockchain technology application that enables full transparency into the supply chain. So far, there's a lot of interest in the oils that we produce. In fact, we have commitments to purchase all of the oils that we can produce, which currently is about $1 million worth of oil. 32% of our earnings in the supply chain go directly into the hands of smallholder farmers. So you can just imagine what happens as we start to grow and scale this over time. This is a real opportunity we have here. We have a model that works. We see farmers' income double. We have a solid technology application that works. We have a strong team, both locally and internationally, and the buyers are excited. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Mahmoud, for your presentation.
Thank you.
Very interesting business model, and palm oil is definitely an important value chain in the ag space. What is your revenue model? So how are you generating revenue? Is it on the use of the machine? Is it on the technology? If you could just describe that would be great. Thank you.
Thank you for the question. In terms of our current revenue model, we have several income streams. So for the palm oil, currently the palm oil is being sold locally because there's no certification. And so we buy the palm oil from the smallholder farmers and sell them at a slightly higher price to traders in urban areas. And then the palm kernels, we process all the palm kernels into palm kernel oil that we use to create a range of skin and hair care products. So to my left, I think is your right, you see we have a brand called Kernel Fresh. And these are our products. We have things like lotions, shampoos, conditioners that we market online. We have our own store. And we also sell into retail as well. The byproduct from that, from palm kernel oil processing, is palm kernel cake, which we are currently exporting as animal feed. And also the palm kernel shells, we're also selling it for use as to produce charcoal briquettes.
Thanks, Mohammed. Well done. Please welcome Ellen Tolo of Mifugo in Kenya.
Kenya produces 5.2 billion liters of milk annually. 80% of this is produced by smallholder farmers. Unfortunately, they still have a myriad of problems, one of which being poor breeds of cows. Mifugo steps in with the solution to finance the purchase of high milk yielding cows and give these farmers access to loans as working capital for their dairy ventures. We do this through a USSD platform, which captures data, and this data is used for alternative scoring so as to reach more to the financially underserved and those who would otherwise not get loans from banks because they do not have a credit rating. We have grown from 100 farmers early January last year to the current 5,000 farmers. Our competitive advantage will be further enhanced in 2022 when we are set to release our smart cow collar, a smart collar that hangs on the neck of a cow and transmits health and reproductive data to the farmer. This will see the farmer able to manage his cow better and look at increasing productivity. Our impact has seen our farmers' income grow by 400%. Thank you very much for listening.
Thank you, Alan, for the presentation. One of the challenges I know with platforms attempting to achieve the same is farmers' adoption. And actually, those who adopt end up leaving. So what is your strategy, proposed strategy in not only recruiting farmers on the platform, but sustaining their active participation and usage?
So our recruitment is based on visiting these community-based organizations, holding field visits, training, dairy exhibitions. So we go where the cooperative societies are, we go where the CBOs are, and we pitch to them our value proposition. Indeed, you're right. Before we started the financing part, which was a pivot, we actually released an app that we gave them and the USSD for them to do their record keeping. None of them did it. But the minute we told them that for you to qualify for loan, you must enter these records, then we saw an astronomical growth in data input. So it's a carrot and stick model in order to capture this information. Thank you.
Well done, Alan. Thank you so much. Up next is Agnes Kimweri of Ngwala Inventions Limited from Tanzania.
Ngwala Invention, we are helping small farmer orders to increase yields and income. In every year, about 3 tons of empty pesticide container are produced, which cause chemical exposure. So one invention will come up with a solution by using solar-powered automated dispensing machine. We deliver biopesticide to small order farmers on time with lowest cost. Currently, we are working with 5 manufacturers, which already have small farmers orders 22,000. So far we able to increase production from 1 ton to 2 tons. We are already saving 22,000 of small farmer orders. So far we want to manage to expand our business for construction, marketing, installation, and research. Thank you.
Agnes, habari za mchana. Very quick one. I want to see how you link your digital technology to your 2 products. You said you have the biofertilizer and the biopesticides. So how do you use digital technology in helping reach the smallholder farmer with your products?
Wow, our machine boasts operating because our product, especially our product, by fertilizer and biopesticide, we have produced ourselves. So this is all in form of liquid. So when stored in a filling tank, our customers, small farmer orders, pay through mobile phone. Then the quantity of pesticide or by fertilizer can get according to their money paid through mobile phone.
Okay, thank you. Thank you.
Thank you, Agnes. Wow, fantastic. And next up, we have George Baker of Pathasente Inc. from Nigeria.
We began this company after observing that small businesses, especially those in the agro value chain, struggle to fulfill their orders because they can't meet the payment terms of the buyers or the suppliers. Either the buyers take so long to pay, or the suppliers ask for cash on delivery, which they cannot manage. Traditional banks are currently not lending them because they find them uncreditworthy. They lack collateral. We thought to ourselves that instead of relying on collateral small businesses don't have, why wouldn't we look at the creditworthiness of the buyers to whom they sell to? And with that, we founded Patasente. It's an online factoring platform that SMEs use to purchase wholesale on favorable payment terms. You open an account with us on our web or mobile app, and if you're a buyer, you contract us to deliver to you goods payable later. We then order a supplier who happens to be our principal to fulfill the order and pay them cash on delivery or even pay them in advance. And to date, we've assisted over 2,000 suppliers, ranging from a smallholder farmer, a farmer cooperative, to an aggregator, sell product worth over $7 million and get paid on time. Thank you.
Could you help us understand what has been your biggest bottleneck to reach scale, to reach the 100,000 farmers that you want to target in the coming 12 months, which will be about 33 times of growth? So what is it that has prevented you to reach that scale in your last 4 years of existence?
Yeah, that's a good question, David. So first of all, we have learned our model over time. So previously we used to work with aggregators whom we used to pay, and then they would basically pay the farmers, but some aggregators misbehaved and didn't pay us. So of course we had a little bit of losses in between there. It's when we learned that what we needed to do was to work with the large buyers. There was a learning we had to do in how our operation model needs to work for it to be effective, not to lose capital. The second part is, of course, that to serve that many farmers, we need to have a large capital base, and we've been raising investment over time. So to us to reach at least the 100,000 farmers, we have to grow our capital base by a factor of 10. And then, of course, onboard more buyers on our platform that we can make for that. Those are the two things I could give to that.
Good job, George. Thank you. And now we have Gabrielle Eze of Rural Farmers Hub from Nigeria.
As a farmer, I have watched as neighbors from my home village and countless other farmers across the continent have struggled to make ends meet. Over 300 million farmers are producing less food per hectare than they did 30 years ago, struggling to save money and secure their job. When you consider that they have steadily expanded the size of their farms within that time frame, you should be alarmed. Among other reasons, the primary cause is a widespread use of legacy farming practice that is not backed by data, further compounded by a lack of resilience to climate change. But today, we are returning farmers to profitability through our crop intelligence solution called Capture, using big data to guide them on the optimal decision-making, personalized and in near real time, accessible via SMS and mobile apps. Benefits include soil quality assessment, climate insight, crop suitability, potential revenue, and precise fertilization map, and much more. We are helping farmers boost productivity by up to 7 tons per hectare, with income rising as well. And we will lead more farmers into prosperity. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Gabriel, and well done. I have a couple of questions. The first one, so you have a platform that leverage data. Where do you take those data from?
Thank you very much, sir, for that question. For the data source, we have 3 sources of data. I'll begin from the agronomic data. So we collect data from research institutes, especially around crop and soil data. That is, we call it agronomic data. We are, first and foremost, a remote sensing company. We leverage satellite data and also climate data, which also is collected via satellite using something called virtual grids to kind of predict weather patterns within anywhere on Earth. So we use those stock agronomic data to kind of verify some of the calibrations, some of the predictions that we get using remotely sensed data, which is available through the European Space Agency, which is where we source our data for remote sensing. For weather, we work with a variety of organizations, IBM included, using what they call the Weather Underground. So basically, we contribute data to that platform, the Underground, and then we also have access to other contributions of data. We also buy climate data as well from other providers in the US, particularly, and then we also kind of use our own meters also for calibration, our own weather stations, personal weather stations that we install. Very small, actually, but like I said, we kind of use those ones for calibration.
Thank you, Gabriel. Very interesting. Next, we have Jeffrey Apiaje of Saytech Company Limited in Ghana.
For small farms, we built smart post-harvest mechanized solutions to improve the productivity for smallholder farmers. Did you know that there are over 200 million smallholder farmers in Africa who manage their farms inefficiently with little or no use of machinery? This results in unnecessary poverty, hunger, and malnutrition. In the area of threshing, women and children manually beat their crops just to harvest their grains and often lose over 40% of their produce. Saytech has developed a smart multi-crop thresher that successfully separates the grains of all the major cereals and legumes grown in Africa. Our machine threshes an acre of soybean farm under just 2 hours. It also comes connected with a mobile application that allows you to track where your machine is, how long it has worked. With our machine, farmers reduce threshing post-harvest loss to less than 2% instead of the average 40%, and also help increase their revenue by up to 50%. We also have other products. We provide a machine as a service to smallholder farmers where they get to pay in grain or in cash. And we also sell the machinery to agricultural service providers. And we also help farmers, we also take 2% commission on grains we help farmers sell as well. Thank you.
Well done, Jeffrey. I've been to your website, I've seen your video and the various offerings that you have. Impressive. I just wanted to understand your journey. What have been the challenges you've experienced as you pull or roll this product out in the market?
Thank you. So actually, our journey began actually starting with me when I volunteered in a rural community without electricity in the northern part of Ghana as a teacher. One time I went to a class and it was there about one child. I asked and they said they had gone to farm to work on the farm. So I thought, why won't we make machines locally and give it to local artisans to make it so that when they make it, they pay us a royalty. But, that system we don't think would work now. And so we have to find ways to evolve. So the challenges, of course, are being following up on intellectual property and getting local artisans to pay that. But then we went ahead to now make with the local artisans, but they do different parts and then we put it together and add special parts to it. But the challenges in there too are of funding, of course, is one, but having a bigger place and basically the logistics in Africa, which is a general problem across Africa.
Great, Jeffrey. Thank you so much. And our final contestant for the day is Roger Kasule of the Golazo Project in Uganda.
For so long, agriculture in Africa has been looked at as a low skills and less professional business in our societies. As such, despite being the largest employer of over 70 to 80% of our populations, agriculture is still looked at as the business of last resort when one is incapable of doing anything else. This lack of professionals has hence led to low yields, deep frustrations, and oftentimes agripreneurs quitting the business before its third birthday. Secondly, in Uganda alone, close to 1 million young people join the job market each year seeking for employment. Over 90% of these young graduates fail to find jobs where they can apply their professional skills. We at Golazo have developed a highly integrated platform known as Gigs that leverages on-demand technologies to enlist professionals in Africa into the agriculture sector to ensure its growth on the continent. Like an Uber, Gigs uses geolocation technology and the internet to link up agripreneurs to a variety of experts who come in to support their agriculture businesses for growth and as well create a digital footprints for these professionals' work. Agripreneurs are able to bring in professionals on a budget that they can afford and pay seamlessly for their services using cashless payment methods like mobile money and plastic cards. We have served over 500 businesses, engaged over 15,000 potential users, and we're targeting a number of 25,000 jobs to be created within a space of 2 years from now. Thank you very much.
Yeah, thank you so much, Roger, for that presentation. That is quite clear. I was looking at the website and also listening to you and comparing the information that you've given us. So the website does not talk about farmers. It does not talk about your support, or maybe I missed it. It doesn't talk about your support to farmers. It talks about businesses, enterprises. If it's something that you've been doing, or if not, when you started doing, you've been supporting farmers.
We are looking at not just farmers, but agripreneurs. These are people that go on to invest in the agriculture sector, not just as farmers, but as supply chain managers, as suppliers of agriculture products and things like that. So in our approach, we are looking at more than just a farmer, but all the people involved in the agriculture ecosystem. So that's why we look at them as entrepreneurs or agripreneurs, businesses that are supporting agriculture as a sector as a whole. And so, yeah, that's why you see that we bring them in as businesses. We want them to feel that agriculture is not just what we normally call a subsistence enterprise, but rather something that you should look at as a profession, a business profession that you can grow even beyond feeding just your family, but you can feed a whole nation.
Thank you, Roger. Well done. Wow, what amazing Pitch AgriHack finalists we had this year. Congratulations to all of you. Africa's future is in good hands with all of you. And everyone here at AGRF this week, busy looking to solve so many food challenges with great vision, ideas, innovation, and technology. After seeing the pitches today, I know our judges will have a tough time scoring. Please keep in mind they're looking specifically at 5 key criteria. Number 1, the impact on smallholder farmers. Number 2, technological innovation. Number 3, business model. Number 4, team. Number 5, scalability of the venture. Before I hand over to Jennifer Barn, let me quickly introduce our 8 judges and thank them on behalf of all of the Pitch AgriHack sponsors and partners. Their questions were really excellent, I thought. Difficult, but as an entrepreneur and agripreneur myself, I also learned a lot. From Heifer International, we have 3 judges. Obunolua Bolodieko, Head Transformation Africa, Elsie Kamanzi, Country Director Rwanda, William Madovu, Country Director Uganda. They are joined by Ken Lehonto, Digital Innovation Strategy Consultant at FAO, Nixon Gachio, Senior Program Officer, Digital Systems and Solutions for Agriculture at Agri-Alliance, Barbara Muzata, Communications and Brand Leader, Africa Middle East at Corteva Agri-Science, Grace Vuhia Obeda, Principal Youth Employment, Expert at African Development Bank, Hafo Torre Samb, SMME Development and Finance Specialist, also from African Development Bank. Thank you to you all. And now let me hand over to Jennifer Barn, Acting Manager Director of AGRF, to announce the winners and runners-up for each category. Over to you, Jennifer. Bye, everyone, and stay safe, and thank you.
Thank you, Bonolo. Wow. I can see why the judges sure had a hard time scoring the finalists. Well done on all of your online pitches, everyone. And judges too, for your questions. Soon I hope to see all of you again in person. Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Jennifer Baren, and I'm the Acting Managing Director of AGRF and Head of Partnerships for AGRA. The moment we have all been waiting for is finally here. The winner of the early stage category is Jeffrey Apiaje of Sai Tech Company Limited in Ghana. Jeffrey's company designs and manufactures climate-smart agriculture machinery that increases productivity of smallholder farmers. Their innovative multi-crop thresher is made from recycled, reusable metals and comes with a smart embedded device and mobile app that enables remote monitoring and control of the thresher. It also enables the collection of sound agricultural yield and operations data for research and other uses that help smallholder farmers to find markets and increase incomes. Wow! The runner-up for the early stage category is Gabriel Ese of Rural Farmers Hub in Nigeria. Gabriel's company provides agriculture services with a core product called Capture. This technology innovation uses a proprietary algorithm of big data, which is satellite data, climate data, and stock and agroeconomic data to assess crop and soil health. It then generates and provides near real-time farming insights and advice to help subscribed farmers have better information to grow more nutritious foods, but also profitability. Congratulations to Jeffrey and Gabriel, well done. Our next winner of the first prize in the mature stage category is Mahmoud Johnson of J. Palm in Liberia. Mahmoud's company has created innovative labor-saving technology for Liberia's smallholder farmers, helping them to produce wild palm oil more profitably and efficiently, while not contributing to deforestation or animal habitat destruction. J-Palm has an e-commerce platform to sell palm products and has also partnered with developers to create an innovative blockchain application to enable full traceability within the supply chain. The runner-up for the mature stage category is Gladys Amiandamin of Farm Crowdy Limited in Nigeria. Farm Crowdy has developed a technology ecosystem called Farmgate, with various innovative software products to help farmers maximize their output and increase their profits. Congratulations to Mahmoud and Gladys. Now, the first prize winner for the women-led business category is Oriel Amede of Grow Agric in Kenya. Now, Ori's company provides a full technology end-to-end solution that optimizes the entire agriculture value chain, providing small and medium-scale farmers with training, market linkages, and accessible working capital. The runner-up for the women-led businesses is Nomaliso Musasaiba of Fresh in a Box in Zimbabwe. Nomaliso's company offers an innovative e-commerce platform that connects smallholder and urban farmers of fresh local produce, as well as other food products with customers locally and globally. They're enabling payments to be made from anywhere in the world, which is an important feature linking diaspora family members with loved ones at home. Congratulations to Ore and Nomaliso. A virtual round of applause to all the winners. The rest of the finalists, a huge well done to all of you for making it to the top 12 out of almost 600 applicants. That is by no means a small accomplishment. Congratulations and welcome to the Generation Africa family of agripreneurs. You are all winners in your own right. We shall definitely keep walking with you after this competition. As members of the Generation Africa community, you have joined the pool of high potential SMEs. Remember, the Pitch AgriHack is only just the beginning of a long journey. There are more opportunities for you here at Generation Africa. Your Excellencies, distinguished guests, our esteemed youth, ladies and gentlemen, We have now come to the end of the Pitch AgriHack final competition. Thank you for watching, and stay tuned for more by following Generation Africa on our social media platforms shown below. And now, I would like to draw your attention to the new exciting category called Ayute. That is being launched by our partner and Pitch AgriHack sponsor, Hyper International. Over to you.
We're passionate about seeing that smallholder farmers can get the equity that they deserve and that they are able to get the dividends for the labor that they put into the agricultural sector. We also believe that the land that they farmed and the work that they've done in this space can also be what their children can aspire to do going into the future. As we begin to look at the future of Africa and job creations across sector, the agricultural sector still stands strong as one of the sectors with the potential to absorb a lot of African youth and create jobs into the future. So why not agriculture as a job for the future? Through this Ayute program, Heifer is envisioning Africa's agriculture in 2030. We believe that our young Africans have the ability to creatively come up with solutions that will not only solve the problems that their parents have suffered for years, but also create new job opportunities across the value chain, innovative job opportunities that integrates technology and enables young Africans to see themselves doing these jobs into the future. And so with Ayute, we believe that we can find and uncover many young Africans from the north to the west to the east of this continent who are doing a great job but just need the necessary support, both in training and financing, to take their innovative ideas to scale. And so our vision through this program is to uncover this innovation, work with these entrepreneurs, support them to ensure that the impact that they are making is not just on the profitability of their companies, but it's also on the lives of smallholder farmers, addressing issues like climate change, addressing issues like productivity from the land, and also reducing the labor-intensive nature of the work that the farmers do. And at the end of the day, they would create jobs for other young people, as well as creating a meaningful job and a rewarding career for themselves. And so we're excited today to launch the first Ayute 2021 winners for this year's competition. And we do believe that this will be an opportunity to continue to inspire young Africans as we tell the story of their counterparts who are already making a change, transforming the continent's agriculture.
My name is Ayodeji and I work at Apex. At Apex, we provide an agricultural platform supported by a very robust infrastructure and a network of relationships with smallholder farmers in their community. We are proud and we are crazy enough to think we can help Africa through this help. Be part of our journey. Thank you.
My name is Patrick. I represent Agumo. Our business model is tied to activities such as software development and enhancement, being an agri-tech company. We're today solving the problem of supply chain and logistics. And today we're training agents and farmers for better practices that brings about good yield incomes.
My name is Devukesh. I'm the founder and CEO of Aquarex Limited. Aquarex is a technological innovation in the fish aquaculture value chain. We are accelerating sustainable and inclusive growth of the aquaculture sector through use of climate-smart technology, high-quality inputs, technical support, and market linkages in order to increase productivity and build fish farmers' resilience.
My name is Ndemeki Kebwonu. I'm a farmer, a radio presenter, and a social entrepreneur. So in 2015, I founded Code Hubs as a company that actually designs, builds, commissions, operates, and maintains 100% solar-powered walk-in cold rooms. These cold rooms are specially designed for installation wherever you need food to be stored, actually in farm clusters, in aggregation points, and also at outdoor food markets to reduce post-harvest losses.
I am Sriram Bhartam, founder and chief mentor of Kuza BA Sharon. Through the Kuza digital platform, the specially designed portable digital kit, we create opportunities for the youth, women, and micro entrepreneurs to learn, connect, and grow on their own terms and pace. At Kuza, our big, hairy, audacious goal is to create a sustainable network of 1 million smallholder farmers, supported by 5,000 agripreneurs like Lena by 2024. Join us on our journey to support these communities to learn, connect, and grow at scale.
My name is Jahil Oliver, and I'm the founder and CEO of Hello Tractor, an agricultural technology company and the largest marketplace of farm equipment owners servicing smallholder farmers in the emerging markets. Now, a tractor allows these farmers to plant 40 times faster than manual labor at 1/3 the cost with higher yields. So we developed a fleet management application through our Hello Tractor booking application.
For many Africans, this is what agriculture looks like. But for Africa's agri-tech innovators, this is the future of agriculture. Across Africa, young entrepreneurs are seeing the untapped potential in farming and food production. And they are finding innovative solutions to solve agriculture's biggest challenges. They are creating jobs, building networks, and redefining what it means to work in agriculture. The IUT Africa Challenge by Heifer International invests in young Africans whose innovations enable millions of smallholder farmers to access the technology and resources they need to thrive. Invest in Africa's future. IUT.Africa.
Ladies and gentlemen, after a very, very exciting competition through 11 countries across Africa on behalf of Heifer International and all of the team in Heifer's office in Africa, we're excited to announce the winners of the IUT Africa Challenge. The winner for the West Africa Innovation Challenge IUT 2021 is Cold Herbs.
When I found out I've won the Heifer Africa Youth Innovation Challenge, I felt really fulfilled. I felt really proud. I also felt a call to action, because Heifer International is going to make a huge investment into cold hubs. And there's a local saying in Nigeria that to whom much is given, much is also expected. So I felt really proud. I felt really happy, myself and my team. And we believe that from such recognitions, we will attract additional financing that will enable us to cover Nigeria, for which we have already mapped Nigeria and ready to expand throughout Nigeria.
The winner of this year's East Africa IUT 2021 Innovation Challenge is Hello Tractors.
When I found out about the Heifer Prize and us winning the prize, I was ecstatic. And I think, to be completely honest, I was most happy for our customers because I know what this prize can do for them. And I was also really excited about what this means for the future of our company and the role we can play in unlocking opportunities for farmers to come. The IUT Prize will provide the capital to prove out this use case around pay-as-you-go tractor finance, which ultimately is designed to crowd in more investment to fill that massive mechanization gap that exists across the markets that we currently operate in. A lot of people who look at Hello Tractor and the Hello Tractor platform, they get excited about the Uberization of tractors. But the reality is the real value in our platform is our ability to organize farmers into clusters of demand so those farmers can negotiate for tractor services and also access other value-added services and products like fertilizer, seed, agronomic advice. These things can't happen if farmers aren't organized. And just like any labor market, when labor is organized, value is created.
The agricultural sector still holds the greatest opportunity to create jobs for African youth and also to transform the continent. However, the agricultural sector is still way behind when we talk about technology integration. When we look at what is happening, however, in other sectors like the telecommunications sector and the finance sector in our continent, Africa has actually moved forward in leaps and bounds to embrace technology. What's also most exciting is when you look at these sectors like entertainment, where young Africans are embracing tech platforms like TikTok and Instagram and Snapchat. That tells you that the African youth has that capacity to be able to innovate, leveraging the technology platforms that are available to them. This is why we believe that the agricultural sector cannot be left out. The opportunity to unlock the food systems for Africa and to also create jobs for youth lies in the ability to integrate technology into the agricultural sector. The Ayute competition launched by Heifer is simply designed to do just that. Africa's agriculture and Africa's youth coming together with technology is the transformation that our continent requires. And this competition is enabling Heifer to not try to create this innovation or to be the stopgap measure at the community level, but to be able to inspire young Africans and provide the financing and training and support that they need to be the solution that our continent is looking for. And this is why we are enthusiastic about your potential that Ayute provides for our continent. We can begin to envision Africa's transformation and Africa's agricultural systems in the next 35 years. And we really are inspired by some of the young entrepreneurs who are already weathering the storm and coming up with innovation across our continent.